So today we're going to talk about relationships and love. So how can I help you?
I just seem to be encountering losers.
What are all the things that you describe as far as being a loser?
Not following through with anything that they say and making copies of my house keys for themselves unwanted.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of attracting maybe clingy, needy boys or something like that?
I think so, yeah. And it's me too. I know it's me.
When you first started going out with these guys, you find yourself recognizing these certain patterns that they start coming up with excuses. Why do you find yourself staying that long in the relationship?
Because I guess I think that I can change them.
Is that a pattern where you meet guys and you start maybe mother them a little bit?
Yes.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit more about you. For example, growing up with both of your parents together?
Up until about age 13, they were together.
What happened at age 13?
Oh, my mom left. They separated.
And who did you live with?
I went back and forth.
Went back and forth?
Yeah.
Was there any particular type of patterns you saw yourself in regards to your father? Did you get along with him? Did you find your mother complaining about your father to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So just be aware that it's probably your mother didn't mean anything by it, but it's just sometimes when parents are going through their problems, more than often they share way too many details with their children.
Yes.
And so what they hear on an ongoing basis is that your father's a loser, your mother's a loser. And so what are you learning from that point? Because your father is the first man in your life. Mm-hmm. That is kind of like your idea as far as masculine presence. So if your mother were telling you that, this is what your father is, and you hear that unconsciously and you record that, what pattern do you think you need to break? About your ideas that men are this way, or that you really believe that they're this way?
I guess I am dating the men that best describe my father, and that's what I'm comfortable with. Going outside of that is scary.
Okay. But it just might be something that you've heard on an ongoing basis, therefore that's become like what you're attracted to.
Yeah, definitely.
This is something you can do when you go home, you can practice on an ongoing basis. It could be writing an affirmation, and it might be that I can be okay meeting a man who has it together and who is grounded. I can be happy, meaning that you start writing these affirmations down as far as like your new language of what it is that you want to attract. And you might find yourself going, oh, BS, that's not true. That's that block that comes up and other times we're not even aware of it.
Yeah.
Affirmations are so powerful because as you see it and you start reading it, you start believing it, and your body starts matching that belief. So therefore, when you are with a man who has it together, you're not so uncomfortable because you now have the mental equivalency to actually to appreciate that, to understand it, because that's part of who you are. For example, if you're to meet a guy who opens up the door for you, a guy who follows through, a guy who is romantic, you might find that feeling disconcerting because it's unfamiliar. Yeah. Versus a guy who doesn't call you back like, okay, now I'm in heaven. I'm used to this. I'm back at home. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. What we have here is that all of us grow up with parents who are trying to do the best that they can. But just through observation on an ongoing basis, those interactions by seeing our parents, we develop these mental models of how relationships are supposed to go, including maybe the messages that our parents have shared with us. So that becomes our idea or our ideal partner of what we're gonna end up being with. It's not a conscious thing, it's just something that's what we're familiar with, therefore we attract it.